Peace to all of you who truly love Jesus Christ. I want to share a word that the Lord has given to me. Jesus teaches that those that love him keep his commandments. And then he says that those that don't love him don't keep his commandments. And he says that this word is from his Father. So that is the pure truth. The simple truth is that if you love God, you keep his commandments. So when you find yourself not keeping his commandments, when you find yourself doing the things that you don't want to do, you want to do good, but you can't do it. What I see a lot of people do is they chase after that thing. Like, for example, if there was a time when I was in the world where I wanted to stop cussing, or I wanted to stop using foul language. I wanted to stop uh, doing things that I knew was wrong, but I couldn't stop doing it because I would focus in on this thing that I found lacking in me, and I knew it was wrong because the word tells me that it's wrong. But I would focus in on that thing, trying to overcome it that way. You know, People find that they're lacking love or that they're quick to anger, and they focus in on, well, I'm not going to be angry no more. If I just focus in on it and try to not be angry no more, then I can do it. And then they keep falling and they keep stumbling. That's because the flaw in you is not the sin that you're doing. The flaw is your love for Christ. If you love him, you would keep his commandments. So what you need to be chasing after is him, is loving him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And that's where the grace to overcome all of the sin that's in you will come from. It comes from him, from working out your salvation with him, from loving him, from seeking out what pleases him and sitting at his feet to get to know him, from seeking Jesus Christ with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, wanting a relationship with him, wanting to know his heart and his ways because you love him. And that's where you will see freedom. Those whom the Son sets free are free indeed. That's where you will find freedom to overcome the things that have you bound in Jesus Christ. So if you lack love, you don't chase after love. You chase after Christ. And there is a difference because I know that God is love. But what people do is they chase after these acts and they chase after an understanding. And there is a different love. But you have to chase after God, after Jesus. And he is the one, as you work out your salvation with him, he'll set you free. And he will teach you and he will guide you. He will place you under his protection, under his wings, and he'll save you. That's the way to overcome the things that have you bound. It's not by seeking out what has you bound. It's by seeking Jesus Christ. And when you continue in his word, then you'll know the truth, and the truth will make you free. But if you're just chasing after the things that you lack, then you'll find that you're just like the man that Paul talks about in Romans chapter 7. The good that you want to do, you can't do. And the bad that you don't want to do, you keep doing it. It's because you are still under the law. You are still bound. You have not yet been born of the Spirit, because all of freedom, all of the things that the Lord wants us to do is found in the Spirit. It's found as you walk in the Spirit, as you become spirit, no longer of this world, and you have your mind renewed by the Spirit. But all of that's found in Jesus Christ as you just simply talk to him, because he's real, and you believe in him, and you put your trust in him and in the things that he says, to apply your heart to do them. When you apply your heart to surrender completely to him, no longer your own, no longer leaning to your own understandings about things, but what he says is for you everything. That becomes your passion. That becomes the thing that you love. That's your treasure. And where your treasure is, the word says your heart will be also. But if you have other treasures, and see, the reason a lot of people, as they're seeking to be free from things, and they say, well, yeah, I love God and I seek God, so why aren't I free now? Is because you have other treasures. See, the word says that you love God, but you have to love him the way that he says to love him. With all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your strength. So if you find that you have other loves in you, then that's where your problem is. That's where you won't overcome. You're still loving the things of this world, or you love your life, or you still love your wife according to the flesh. You love your children according to the flesh. And then you find that you can't overcome anything. You're still bound. So you have to go to Jesus Christ for that as well. Lord, I want to love you the way that you desire to be loved. To be a true worshiper that worships you in spirit and in truth. And you go to him and you make these requests to him, poor in spirit, hoping in his salvation. And then he will help you. He will rescue you from sin and from the world and from your own wicked heart and from your own understandings. But you have to give yourself over to him completely, holding nothing back. That's what happened with Ananias and Sapphira. They gave a portion of what they had, but they held some back. The rich young ruler, the Lord asked him to go and sell all that he had and give it to the poor and come and follow him, but he couldn't do it. And that's why the rich in this world, the Lord says they are rarely saved. And it's not just rich according to money. People are rich according to family. They're rich according to their love for their wife and their kids. They're rich according to many ways. Rich according to knowledge and intellect. Just like a Pharisee. You have to lay all of those things down. It does have to be torn down. You become just as a little child. Like the Lord teaches, you must become as little children to enter into the kingdom. So I wanted to share this message because it's a very important message in how you will overcome the world to receive the crown of life. Be blessed.